Growing up, I loved the praise that I received for being a good little girl. And as an adult, I proudly played the role of the one who does it all for everyone and keeps everything together, often at my own expense. Now I have a hunch that quite a few of you might be able to relate. And even though having everyone's expectations on my shoulders could sometimes be stressful, when I knew what was expected of me, when I knew what to do, I knew how to value myself and my worth, which is probably what attracted me to law school. There were very clear expectations, and it definitely won me a lot of praise, which is what I expected when I won the very first case that I ever tried. But instead of congratulating me, the judge pointed his gavel at me and said, "I want to see you in my chambers now." His tone stopped me cold. Shouldn't he be telling me about the bright future that he saw ahead for me? Confused, I followed him to his chambers, where he proceeded to berate me for having the nerve to make opposing counsel, a well-respected and male attorney, look ill-prepared. He cautioned that if I wanted to be taken seriously, I should wear pants instead of skirts. And had I ever thought about wearing my hair up? Have you ever had an experience that was so devastating, so deflating, you didn't even know how to respond? That taught me that the world didn't care about me, what I wanted, what I was capable of. The world cared about how much leg I showed, or my hairstyle, or what I could do for them. I learned that if I wanted to succeed, I had to cover my body, my brains, and my beliefs. So I covered, and I was successful. But in the process, I disconnected from my bubbly enthusiasm for everything, from my body, but most importantly, from my innate feminine self, for more years than I care to admit. And it wasn't just in the professional working world either. It was everywhere. No matter how hard I tried, I could never be that perfect wife or mom. You might know the one who always has time to go to the gym, who runs around in this perfect athletic yoga outfit, who makes organic zucchini muffins for all of her kids' 2,000 activities, and then she posts these amazing date night pictures on Instagram. That was not me. Even though the unspoken rules of society put a lot of pressure on us, that pressure is nothing compared to the pressure that we put on ourselves. Now, I want to be clear, it's not that my life was miserable. It wasn't. I had worked really hard to create this great life, but I was too stinking exhausted to really enjoy it. In order to be the woman who is present, who's connected, who has so much self-confidence and self-worth that she can never be undone by criticism or fall into toxic self-judgment again, we need to quit covering. We need to give ourselves permission to show up exactly as we are. We need to be present with our own fear of being exposed and naked, whether that nakedness is emotional, intellectual, or even physical. It's what I like to call having naked self-worth. Can you imagine a world where you can show up exactly as you are, where doing your best is enough, and where that voice in your head that says you're an imposter, or you're a bad mom, or you're not thin enough, or you're not pretty enough, where that voice doesn't exist? That's the world we can create together when we're all brave enough to show up as we are, not as we think we should be. Now, after 10 years of practicing law, and after a lifetime of being a really good girl, I had had enough. Enough of always trying harder, enough of always doing more. So along about the time I launched my coaching business, I decided that I was going to get naked and reveal myself, literally. In my mid-40s, I became a burlesque dancer. And it set me free. Being brave enough to get semi-naked on stage meant there was nothing left to hide. And consequently, there was nothing left to fear. Cellulite, stretch marks, my exhaustion, confusion, my fear that nobody would ever value me or really see me or love me. I put it all out there without cover. And I learned who I am is enough. What I want for you is to start by wearing what you want to wear, no matter what your age or your size. To embrace your intuition, to show honest emotion. Here's a big one. State what you want without apology or without couching it between a couple of little white lies. Choose yourself at least as often as you choose others. Because when the expectations you meet are your own, you will always succeed. If you're thinking, wow, this sounds great, Laura, but what if? What if I put myself out there and I expose it all and I find out I'm not enough? I'm not going to take that risk. Or see if you catch the irony. Yes, I'll do that as soon as I lose 10 pounds. What I want to say to you is I see you. You are here now. You're already trying harder. You're already doing more. But I see what's beneath that. If you're ready to drop your cover and to reveal that sparkly, beautiful, vulnerable self inside, and put your name on one of the postcards, and I'll send you my free ebook, 15 Ways to Flaunt Today. As a self-proclaimed purveyor of sparkle, I know what it's like to really love myself and my life. What could that look like for you?